everything belongs in a certain spot, like on a motor. The battery does not belong in the motor. Pistons and rods belong in the motor. Rings belong in the motor. Okay, everything has a specific place. In this Bible, things are all over, and they're in those places for a reason. But then, like when you cherry pick and take that from over there, and then you try to make your own narrative, make it be out of what. Let's do it like the word say. I'm gonna prove to you it's not written like that. And then I'm gonna prove to you what it means when it talks about love thy neighbor as thyself. Greetings, our Hebrews, like brothers and sisters. This is the high priest, L.D. Smith, the watchman on the wall. Family, as always, grab that King James. But first and foremost, want to give a shout out to the whole family, Israel. Giving all praise to the Most High living God of Israel and on earth. All right, family. Now we got a fine teaching. I think I named this one here, someone on the line. Jesus has a problem with the priests and the Levites. Oh yeah. And if you now, don't go nowhere now. Don't go nowhere. Stay right here. And I'm gonna prove it to you. And another thing, he is not, and I repeat, he's not the Son of the Most High. Giving all praise to the Most High living God of Israel. Now, family, I always ask you guys to read along with me. I ask you guys to think about the reading. Listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. I want you to do some critical thinking. Think about this right here, please. Think about this, and I know it's gonna pop. It's going to pop just like that. All you got to do is just think about it. Just think about it. And this word will reveal itself because it's alive. Now, that being said, we're going to go forward in our teaching. Now, we're coming out of the book of Luke. Luke chapter 10, we're going to begin around, let's begin around about, I figure 25. Now, watch it right here now. I want you guys to think about it, please. Now, now here's this lawyer and Jesus is talking here. Now look what he says here. He says, this is Luke 10, chapter 10, verse 25. It says, and behold, a certain lawyer stood up. Now, listen now, think about this right now before we get started. Why a certain? You can't tell me the individual's identity or nationality? I mean, you said about, I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but you give the nationality of the individual that we're going to be discussing here. You say he's a Samaritan. But now, when it comes down to everybody else, it's always a certain. To me, that's the first red flag. But I just want you to do some critical thinking. Just think about what is transpiring. Now look what he says here now. He says, and behold, a certain lawyer stood up and tempted him, saying, Master, what shall I do to inherit eternal life? And he said unto him, what is written in the law? How readest thou? And he answered and said, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. Pump the brakes. That's not what it says. And I'm going to prove it to you. Now, it does tell someone to love thy neighbor as thyself, but it's not written like this. See, you gotta know where everything belongs in a certain spot, like on a motor. The battery does not belong in the motor. Pistons and rods belong in the motor. Rings belong in the motor. Okay, everything has a specific place. In this Bible, things are all over, and they're in those places for a reason. But then, like when you cherry pick and take that from over there, and then you try to make your own narrative, make it be out of what. Let's do it like the word say. I'm gonna prove to you it's not written like that, and then I'm gonna prove to you what it means when it talks about love thy neighbor as thyself. Now let us go here. Now I'm gonna come back to this. Let us go to Deuteronomy chapter 20, chapter 6. Watch this right here. Now we're gonna go back here to Deuteronomy chapter 6. Deuteronomy chapter 6. Now watch this right now. I'm gonna show you. All I want you to do is just pay close attention, and we're gonna do this by the script. We're not going to deviate from anything. Deuteronomy chapter 6, let's look at verses 5. Look what it says here. And thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thine heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And these words, it says nothing about loving thy neighbor. Now it's in here. But I'm going to show you where it's at, and then I'm going to show you who he's talking about. Now you can see clearly here now, Moses is talking to who? The Israelites. But let's keep on. He said, and these words, which I command thee this day, shall be in thine heart, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. So he's talking about passing it down, right? Okay, now let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 10. Watch this. I'm going to show you. And then we're going to go back over there because Jesus got a problem with the priests and the Levites. He specifically pointed them out. Now I'm going to show you. Now we're in Deuteronomy chapter 10. Let's look at verses 12. Look what it says. And now, Israel, what doeth the Lord require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all of his ways, and to love him, and to serve him. Serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul, to keep the commandments of the law of the Lord and his statutes, which I command thee this day. He's talking to who? Those back there. But they're supposed to pass it down from generation to generation, right? Now, only to who? Their people. Now, let's go back here. Now I'm gonna show you something. Okay, now you want to know where it talks about loving thy neighbor as thyself. And then you'll see what I'm talking about. Let's go to the book of Leviticus. Now watch this. Watch this right here now. All I ask you to do is just watch what's going on. Watch what's going on. Leviticus chapter 19. Watch this. Now I'm going to show you. Leviticus 19:18. Watch this right here. Thou shalt not what? Avenge nor bear any grudge against who?
The children.
The children of who?
Of thy people.
Of who?
Of thy people.
Now remember now, this man here is supposed to be a Samaritan, who fell among thieves. See, this is where the book of Leviticus is talking about the Levites, nobody else. That's why the book is named after them. He's telling them about your people. So this stranger that fell among thieves and that was in the ditch that was left for dead, he's not our people. See, that's where a lot of y'all get in trouble at. See, y'all always want to help everybody. If you say you're Levi, you want to always see you get in trouble by helping other people. I have seen people, witness incidents that happen. Somebody be on the side of the road and you will stop and help them. Best thing you do is keep on going.
Hello.
You better keep on going.
Hello.
Because I have seen it on numerous occasions. The person that stopped winds up getting killed, hit by a truck or a car, and the other person escapes. Now let's look at this right here. Now let's finish looking at this. Look what 18 says. Against who? The children of thy people. But thou shalt love thy. You was all together. All you and your people, y'all was living together as a clan, as a tribe, all together. Levi was also removed from all the rest of them and put separate. They were supposed to be together. They weren't supposed to be with every other. They had their own because the Most High had taken them unto himself. But look here, you can see it. And you can see who he's talking about. He's not talking about everybody's not your neighbor. Because everybody didn't live with you. You were separated. You are a holy people. Separated from all. But they will tell you, see that love your neighbor. That's anybody. No, it's not. It's your people. It's right here in the pages. It says against the people, the children of thy means your people. But thou shalt love thy neighbor. Who's your neighbor? Thy people. Because that's who he's talking about. It's right in the pages. Everybody is not your neighbor. Look, as thyself, I am the Lord. Ye shall keep my statutes. That's a statute. That's not a law. That's a statute. That's a statute for you to not keep a grudge against your brother, your people, your neighbors. But y'all let the New Testament and Jesus and all the rest of them over there tell you everybody's not your neighbor. Not. Now let's keep on going. Let's go back over to Luke. And we're going to look back at 20. We're going to read 27 again. So now you know who is our neighbor, our own people. Not somebody else, not no Samaritan, not no Canaanite, not no Jebusite, not no Hittite, none of those. Not no Pharisees, none of them. Not no Persians, none of those. Those are not our people. Our people, if you're Levi, is the Levites, and that's who he's talking about. Now let's read it again. This is Luke 10:27. And he answered and said, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy strength, and with all thy mind, and thy neighbor as thyself. And he said unto him, Thou hast answered right. This do, and thou shalt live. That's not true. Jesus has no life to give anybody. But let's keep on going. But he willingly, to justify himself, said unto Jesus, And who is my neighbor? Jesus answered and said, A certain. Now, y'all listen now. Read out loud. Listen. Read out loud. And I want you to do some critical thinking. He said, A certain man went down from Jerusalem to Jericho, and he fell among thieves, which stripped him of his raiment, and wounded him, and departed, leaving him half dead. And by chance, this is by chance now, I'm gonna show you. By chance, there came down a certain priest that way, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise a Levite. You see why? Because they knew the law and they knew the statutes. You supposed to do what? Help your own people. It's right in the pages. Not somebody else. Your people. But y'all got a problem because Western civilization has shaped and molded y'all. Y'all want to help everybody else but your own self. Those that look like you. You want to get out there and march for everybody, but nobody gives a damn about you. Nobody ever cares anything about you. But you always been taught, love your enemy, love this, love that. I say to hell with all of my enemies. I'm going to do like the Old Testament say, I hate my enemies. Love my enemies. Love your own people. Do that. Now let's keep on going. Look what he says here. Always by chance. Now see, he has a problem here with the priest. Because listen, everybody travels the road. You can go out there on any freeway, and I guarantee you're gonna see more than a priest and a Levite. You got all kind of people that is going down these roads. But to show you what he did, he singled them out. But I'm showing you here, he always comes against everything of the Most High. He does. He comes against everything of the Most High. Now look what he says here. 31 says, and by chance there came down a certain priest that way. Now look, and when he saw him, he passed by on the other side. And likewise, why couldn't it have been somebody from Judah or somebody from another country? But he goes and picks at the priests and the Levites. It's right in the pages. But I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you why the priests and the Levites did what they did, if this here ever occurred. All right? But let's say that this here did occur. Don't you think that by what I read to you, that the priests and the Levites did that which was right, according to what I read and you read? It's right in the pages. I ain't making up anything. They were told, to do this in the book of Leviticus. Now let's keep on going here. Likewise, and likewise, a Levite, when he saw, when he was at the place, came and looked on him and passed by on the other side. But a certain Samaritan, as he journeyed, came where he was, and which when he saw, he had compassion on him. Look at the word that he used. Listen, they can have anything they want to out there, okay? You're supposed to have compassion and love for those that look like you. But y'all been conditioned to hate the ones that look like you, including yourself, but love the world. See, the Most High never said that he loved the world. Jesus said that. The Most High never said it at any time. Not one time. But look what he says here. Goes on down and say he had compassion on him and dropped on down. And then 35 say on the morrow, when he departed, he told him, he says, if it comes up to anything else, I'll pay you next time I come. 36 says, now look at 36, to show you, to prove to you what I'm saying and what I've said, that Jesus has a problem with the priest. Look what he says. Which now of these three? You got the priests, you got the Levites, and you got the so-called Good Samaritan. You can't see that? You can't see the stage that has been set? You can see how the disconfiguration of the words and how they are placed here for the reader to read to make you look down on the priests and the Levites? It's right in the pages. But I just showed you what you should do, as being a Levite. You don't help nobody but your own people. That's who you love. That's who you love. But Jesus here is showing you, he's turning you against the priests and the Levites to someone that don't even have any status with the Most High God at all. At all. It's right in the pages. He does not like the Most High. He's not. And I repeat, he's not the Most High's son. He's not. Now look what he says here. He's making that comparison between the priests and the Levites and this so-called Good Samaritan. And look what he said. Which now of these three thinketh thou was neighbor unto him that fell among thieves? I think that it's fitting to say that the priests and the Levites were honoring their statute and laws. They went on the other side of the road because he was not the children of their people. Giving all praise to the Most High living God of Israel. I hope that helps somebody. See, because y'all been conditioned to love everybody else, but you won't even love yourself. And you look in the mirror every morning hoping, I am hoping that you do, because you got to wash your face. But you have to see yourself every day. And you have been conditioned and told to hate your own self subliminally through messages on the television showing you these people that don't have any color in their skin. The fan is blown and the hair is blowing all back, looking like the mane on a horse, his neck, and telling you from your childhood up until you are grown that this is beauty. And if any of y'all ever been around any of them and they get wet, they smell just like a dog. But you ignorant black men, y'all won't pay attention to your nose. You won't. When you go in the refrigerator and something is bad inside there, you don't eat it. You smell it, you throw it out. But you'll smell them, but you lay down with them. That I don't understand about y'all. And then as far as Shannon Sharp, I don't give a fuck about Shannon. I don't care. First of all, he should have been with somebody that looks like him. Now, we're going to leave it as that. But anyway, family, we hope this has been a very, very informative teaching. I want you guys to go back and look at the video, read it over again, and think about how the words are being played along in there, and think about what word was positioned in every sentence, and you will see what I'm saying. You will see. Ask the Most High to show it to you, and once you see it, it's gonna make you angry, because it made me angry. Until next time, family, we over here at the High Priest over the whole house of Israel, me and the Most High's team, we say we love you guys. Shalom.